everybody, most of you have heard by now that we are doing something different this Sunday, and it's going to be an exciting Sunday, and so I want to take a couple minutes just to give you some instructions so that you're not surprised and you know how we're going to handle it on Sunday. So there's been a few questions, and we've collected those questions, and I'd like to just kind of walk through them and try to answer as much as I can. We'll answer comments below. If you have any more questions, then you can ask those, but here are some of the questions that we've been thinking about. First of all, what are we doing Sunday? Well, it's this Sunday that we have decided that we're going to transition to do something a little bit different and attempt a parking lot drive-up service. The way that will work is that we will transmit on an FM station and plan to have the full band out on the front of the building there, in the front of the building, broadcasting across to the parking lot. You'll be able to stay in your cars the whole time with your family and be able to listen to the service through your radio in your car. So our plan is that we're going to start at 11. Now, I gotta say this. We gotta stop here to make sure that we understand this. Some of you come to the 10:30 service on Sunday, but then you come at 10:45 or you come at 11, or some people even come at like 12:15 right before we finish, and you kind of sneak into the back. It's not going to happen on Sunday. You can't do that on Sunday, so I want to encourage you to be early. First of all, we're going to start parking cars in between 10 and 10:30. We have a small parking lot. It's not able to accommodate a whole lot of cars, and it is. We're going to do all that we can with what we have. So you want to be early, and I encourage you to be early. And when you get there, we'll give you the station that you'll need to tune into. We'll give you all of that. But we're going to have people out front parking cars rather than some of you just, your parking's a little bit off. And so we're going to have someone out there to kind of help guide everybody, make sure that we make as much room as we can to fit everybody in there. With that being said, since we're going to be packing people into the parking lot, the plan is that there's going to be a few people that come out. You need to plan to stay for the whole thing. We have cut our services down to about an hour, so we'll go from about 10:30, about 11 to noon, and so plan to be there for the whole thing. It's going to be really hard to shuffle all the cars and then let you out of the parking lot, and so unless there is an extreme emergency, we want to avoid that. So just go ahead and plan on being there for the whole thing. Hey, don't bring your loudest car. You know, if it's got some sweet pipes on it or whatever, maybe leave that at home and bring the Prius or whatever you got that is much quieter. Because of the fact that we want to keep the noise down as much as we can, we're going to ask that you bring as little cars as possible. So if your teenager drives, make them sit in the back seat, make them ride along. Pack as much people that live with you in this time of quarantine as you can in the car, so we have as little cars as we possibly can in the parking lot. Stay inside your vehicle. We're not asking anybody to get out of their vehicle. We're going to ask that everybody stays in their vehicle, and that is for safety purposes, of course. You understand that. That is just something that we want to do. Don't expect perfection. Please don't expect this to be the best produced, best put together thing. There's going to be hiccups. We're testing the system. We don't know what we're doing. We're hoping that it works. We're going to do everything that we can to plan. We've tested, but still expect there to be some sort of mess ups. You are going to find the words to the songs that we sing on your app. You'll also find the notes to the sermon on your app. So if you don't have the Keystone app, you'll need to download that. We won't have paper copies to hand out or anything like that, but I really encourage you to do that. So what is it that you need to do? All you need to do is plan to bring a vehicle that has access to an FM radio. If you don't have access to an FM radio, that's going to be a struggle. Your plan may be, well, I'll just show up and roll the window down and listen. No, there's going to be no sound coming from the stage other than what is broadcast on the FM transmitter. So you really need to make sure that you have an FM radio. Once again, we will give you the station when you get there on Sunday. What if it rains? We have a plan for that. It's not a great plan, but barring a tsunami, hurricane, terrible situation, we have a plan to accommodate for that. So go ahead and plan either way. If it's rain or if it's not rain, make sure that you plan on being there. What about kids? Our plan is that we would like to have a kids ministry lesson that is put on the YouTube channel like we have been doing every week. But for this service, the kids are going to be in the car with you. So you need to be strategic. First of all, maybe consider if they're too young to be able to pay attention or to get involved, then maybe plan a tablet or something like that for that short time in that situation, in that service. Also, you need to realize we're not going to open the building up for bathrooms. We will have one bathroom available for an extreme emergency situation. We'll let parents define that. I have kids, so I understand that. But we're asking that nobody uses the bathroom, so you want to plan accordingly and just to think through that. And I know that's going to create all kinds of struggles and everything, so just know that is there. Will it still be online? Yes, our plan is to attempt the old system, the not very good system, but of having the camera there and attempting to broadcast it online. Now, with that, we have had to extend our internet outside the building, and then also the camera will be outside the building. So there's all kinds of things that could go wrong with that. So your best attempt at tuning in is to be there in the parking lot service. If you have any other questions, leave them below, but I'm really looking forward to this. It is not ideal. It is not going to be the best setup, but it gives us something different in this attempt to gather together while still being safe. So why don't you plan to just do something different this Sunday? You've done the same thing for so long, and it's time to have something different. Let's come out and be an encouragement to each other. Let's gather together as distant as we can. Let's worship together. Let's spend time studying God's Word. It is another chance to be like the church, even though we can't fully be what we are called to be. So I'm really excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you plan on being there. See you all at 10 to 10:30 for our service that starts at 11, because you're not going to show up late, because that'd be silly. And then everybody's going to be staring at you as you're pulling up and as we're moving things around, and it's going to hold the service up, and it's not going to be a good thing. Hey, also, don't use your horns on Sunday. No horns. Have a good day. Look forward to seeing you all on Sunday.